All right, good morning, everyone. Mr. Chairman, members of the board, good morning. The March 13th, 2025 proceedings of the Board of Liquor License Commissioners for Baltimore City will now begin. Please take this opportunity to turn off or mute all electronic devices. Don't be that person whose phone goes off in the middle of the hearing. We're all going to stare at you and give you the evil eye. The board is now in session. Mr. Chair, just two preliminary matters. One, if you're here for a particular case, if you haven't already done so, please check the docket that is taped to the external door here. Make sure your case is on there. We don't want you to sit here all day waiting for a hearing that is not scheduled, and/or check in here at the dais. And then the second preliminary matter is case number 12 on today's docket has been postponed. That is Sapana Danpali and Sanjol Basil, 413 West Baltimore Street, LLC, trading as Baltimore Spice Restaurant and Bar, 413 West Baltimore Street, which is an amended application to transfer ownership and location of a BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license presently located at 2148 52 Vine Street to 413 West Baltimore Street. All right, and we'll begin. First case, Edward Atwater and Ted Gowrie, Atwater's Cafe, LLC, trading as Atwater's 3601 Boston Street. Class B, beer, wine, and liquor license, requests to reopen under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article, Section 12-2203, wherein the licensed premises has been closed for at least 3 consecutive weeks. Please come forward.
Good morning. You Mr. Atwater?
Yes.
Okay. Would you raise your right hand, please?
Sorry, excuse me. Press the button with the.
Oh, yes. The one
person?
to your right that says,
Yeah.
comes up red.
Hold it down?
Nope.
You
just press it
can
once.
let go
You're good.
now. All right. We're going to swear you in.
Yep.
1 second, Mr. Chair.
Take your time.
Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the answers that you give and the statements that you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. So what's going on, Mr. Atwater?
The landlord approached about us reactivating our license. We were there for 10 years with a license. Lease was up. We closed. He wants the liquor license.
So you want to reopen?
Yes.
Okay. And I see a note here about your LLC not being in good. Has the LLC been dissolved?
It may have been.
Is that a problem?
I turned everything over to
Before he can reopen all of that, we actually have a letter right here with all of the items that need to be addressed before he can reopen.
Okay.
So,
Okay. All right. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions. No questions.
Okay. On the basis then of your written request of January 27, 2025, and your testimony this morning, I vote to permit you to reopen the establishment.
Thank you.
Yes.
Commissioners?
Yes, based on materials, testimony, and letter from Ned Atwater, I also vote to request to reopen.
Based on your January 27th letter and your testimony today, I'll also grant your request to reopen.
So you'll have to comply with all those things, but otherwise you're okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No exhibits for the record.
Thank you.
Adam Christopher Ware, 2908 O'Donnell Street, LLC, trade name pending, 2908 O'Donnell Street. Class B, beer, wine, and liquor license, request for a transfer hardship extension under the provisions of Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article, Section 12-1705B. Please come forward.
Morning.
Morning, Drew Tilden of Rosenberg Martin Greenberg. I'm here on behalf of the applicant, and I am joined by Mr. Adam Ware, who is the individual licensee applicant. The board has approved this license several times at this point. There were some really unexpected and extensive renovations that took place. The restaurant at this point is ready to go and open. We're just waiting on several permits. The goal is to get this done ASAP at this point on our end, specifically because renewals are coming up. So we would anticipate within the next few weeks.
Okay, so you're asking for a 90-day transfer hardship extension?
Yes.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On your basis of your written request of January 31, 2025, and your proffer this morning, I vote to approve a 90-day transfer hardship extension for this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license.
Yes, based on material testimony and letter from Drew Tilden, I also vote to approve the request for transfer hardship extension of 90 days.
Based on your proffer today and your letter of January 31st, 2025, I also vote to approve this 90-day request for a transfer hardship of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, Thank you,
All
Ms.
right,
Tilden.
thank you so much.
James Joseph King and Peter B. Rosenwald II, Barn & Lodge at the Rotunda LLC, trading as Barn & Lodge at the Rotunda, 711 West 40th Street, Suite 101, amended application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article Section 12-1603, C1, 2 little I, requiring $200,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities and seating capacity for a minimum of 75 people, requesting live entertainment and outdoor table service and off-premises catering. Please come forward.
All right, again, for the record, Drew Tilden of Rosenberg Martin Greenberg. I'm here on behalf of the applicant today. I am joined today by Mr. James King, who is one of the individual licensee applicants, and who is also going to be responsible for general operations. Mr. Peter Rosenwald, who is the other individual licensee applicant, is unfortunately out of town and unable to attend, but we are ready to proceed today without him. With the chair's permission, I would like to proffer the case, and then Mr. King will be available for any questions.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. So this license has actually been before the board before. We were here just over a year ago on March 7th for the Barn & Lodge, which is proposed to operate in the Rotunda, in a building that has been vacant for decades at this point. I think most recently it was contemplated to be improved and operated as a bank, but that did not come through. It's the building that is a standalone structure on Elm Avenue on one side. It's across from the central event venue, and it is also across from the Icon Apartments. So we were initially approved on March 7th of 2024 for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor license. We then filed this amended application after we received unanimous approval from the Board of Municipal and Zoning Appeals to also add accessory live entertainment to the use. So we then filed this amended application to add the live entertainment privilege to our liquor license. So as I mentioned, the premises is in the Rotunda, which recently, or at least in 2013, underwent an $85 million renovation. It's a multi-use development. So there are residential multifamily dwellings, the Icon Apartments, there's office space, and then of course there is an abundance of other commercial space. The applicant proposes to operate Barn & Lodge, which is going to be a dine-in restaurant. It's a farm-to-table style, and then there's also going to be an approximately 100-person private event space at the rear of the building. And that's in addition to an approximately 100-person main dining room and an approximately 100-person outdoor patio. So in terms of the operation, the restaurant will be open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. until 1 a.m., Monday through Saturday, and then 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on Sundays. There will be occasional DJs and acoustic groups, et cetera, in the event venue. That is not often. Most of these events are corporate events. There may be some bands if it's a smaller wedding, but for the most part, it would be acoustic music. And then there will also be acoustic music in the dining room during dinner seatings. While this business has generally operated while Titan Hospitality, the applicant's restaurants generally operate without incident, it's their policy to always have security on site on weekends and during special events, just to make sure that their clientele feels safe and secure. They also have a policy that everyone will be carded before the service of alcoholic beverages. Also, every manager, server, and bartender must be TIPS certified. And then on top of that, they actually perform internal alcohol awareness training for all of their new employees. I do want to note that my client has performed extensive community engagement on this project. So we met initially with residents, and it was a meeting organized by the councilwoman, Ramos, who actually just submitted a letter of support. I only have one copy, but we've added
We have copies.
Perfect. So it has been submitted into the record. So we met on June 12th with residents. We also presented at the Hampden Community Council meeting on July 8th of 2024. And then following receipt of our BMZA approval, there was a special HCC general meeting regarding this project. And we discussed our plans and worked with the community to make sure that this operation is going to work for them, because they are hopefully going to be our customers. I also want to note that we engaged a live band and a sound engineering company to perform a sound test on November 25th, 2024. We had several residents present, and I've included the full rundown as well as a summary of these results. But it was conclusive that this actually is not going to have any impact on noise pollution on Elm Avenue, even directly across the street. So in furtherance of all of our communications with the community, we entered into an MOU. I've listed out the terms in my written testimony. I won't read them.
We have a copy of it.
Perfect. I will not read them into the record, but you have a copy. But included in those items is that we have agreed not to have any live entertainment outdoors, and also that there will be soundproofing curtains on the window to the rear of the property. Just speaking briefly to the individual licensee applicants, Mr. King is the founder and CEO of Titan Hospitality Group, and he's got top to bottom over 35 years of experience in the industry. Mr. Rosenwald is a Baltimore City resident. The restaurant's day-to-day operations will be overseen by an experienced general manager who is actually from the Hampden area. And then he's going to work with the district manager, the director of operations, and Mr. King. Both of the individual licensee applicants are familiar with this board's rules and regulations and agree to abide by them, of course. So as I mentioned, this license is going to operate as a traditional dining room and also an event space, and that's really a unique amenity to the Rotunda. There's no other event space in the area. There are no similar businesses within the center or in the broader Hampden area. So that unique nature of this proposed use demonstrates a public need and desire for the license as emphasized by the Councilwoman's letter of support. And it's not going to negatively impact surrounding licensees or create any sort of commonality of services. Again, it's an upscale restaurant, it's an event venue, it's surrounded by commercial uses right across the way from the multifamily dwelling, the Icon residences. It really is compatible with the mixed-use development. I don't believe I noted, there's a central event outdoor venue right across the street in the Rotunda where they have outdoor live music every week over the summer. So again, really a use that's compatible with what's already there. And also they are going to engage a security firm to ensure that the use is not going to negatively impact the general health, safety, or welfare. So for these reasons, I apologize for being long-winded. We respectfully request that the board approve this application for a new Class B license with the additional live entertainment.
And the licensees are willing to have the terms of the MOU be part of their license?
Yes.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you, Ms. Tilton. That was an extensive presentation. On the basis, then, of the materials contained in the amended application, the exhibits which were proffered this morning and received, including the letter of support from Councilwoman Ramos and the memorandum of understanding between the applicants and the Hampden Community Council, I vote to approve this amended application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering, subject to the terms of that memorandum of understanding to the extent that they're enforceable by law.
Yes, based on material, testimony, and letter from the attorney, and also with the MOU and support from Councilwoman Ramos, I also vote to approve the amended application for a Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license and a request for live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premise catering.
Based on the proffer made by council, the exhibits entered into the record, including the letter from Councilwoman Ramos. I also vote to approve this amended application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with the live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering, subject to the MOU as enforceable by law.
Ms. Russell?
I call exhibits for the record. Exhibit number 1, MOU. 2, letter of support from Councilwoman Ramos dated 3/13/25, and 3, business plan.
Thank you.
Thank
Good luck,
you so
Mr. King.
much.
Thank you.
Sydney Shaw Bedford, the Madison 801 LLC, trading as the Madison 801, 801 North Chester Street. Application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of alcoholic beverages and cannabis articles, Section 12-1603C1, 2 little I, requiring $200,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities, seating capacity for a minimum of 75 people, requesting off-premises catering and delivery of alcoholic beverages. Please come forward.
For the record, Melvin J. Konensky representing the applicants. When I see the Madison, I'm almost like, let's go to go, right? You know what the Madison is, right? Most people don't know what the Madison is. This is an application for a new Class B license. It was approved last year in April, and originally, and I think Commissioner Templeton, like the Land of Kush, was supposed to go in there, but they did not, weren't able to go ahead and go in there, so the new operators have come in. The was submitted previously the menu and the capital investment and also the seating plan for 92. They've been there operating without a license since December. They've gotten very good reports and raves on it. In fact, they were saying that WJZ was in, they were eating their French toast, didn't pay for it, but I guess they came in there and ate it. They'll be familiar with the rules and regulations of the board. They'll make sure anybody that is serving alcohol, be alcohol certified, and they're asking for the ability to have off-premises catering and delivery. The menu is attached, and as far as most of the people that I've talked to, they've said it's very good, and it's a welcome addition to the neighborhood. They rebuilt that whole building at 801 North Chester Street. So for that reason, we asked that the board grant the applicants.
Commissioners have any
I'm sorry.
questions?
No question.
No questions.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Konensky. On the basis of the materials contained in the application and our prior hearings on this, as well as the proffer this morning, I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor license, restaurant license, with off-premises catering and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on material and testimony, I also vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license and the request for off-premise catering and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on the materials contained in the application, proffer made by council, and any exhibits that's in the file, I also vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with off-premises catering and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Good luck.
Olivier Calabet, Thomas Boy, LLC, trade name pending, 3224 Greenmount Avenue. Application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of alcoholic beverages and cannabis article, Section 12-1603C1, 2 little I, requiring $200,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities and seating capacity for a minimum of 75 people, requesting outdoor table service. Please come forward.
Your name, sir?
Olivier Kayabe.
Can you speak up a little?
Sure, Olivier Kayabe.
Okay, would you raise your right hand, sir, please?
Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the answers that you give and the statements that you make to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, can you tell us about this restaurant?
Sure. So it's a cocktail bar restaurant, French themed. So we're going to have food and obviously kind of cocktail service. Yeah, French inspired at the base.
And how many people are going to be working there?
So we'll have one cook, one bartender, and a host runner.
And will those who handle the alcohol be alcohol certified?
Yes, everyone will be.
Okay. And I was handed a letter from the Able Improvement Association in support. Have you met with those people?
Yeah, we have a letter from Able, from Harwood, from Waverley, and from...
Oh, I see they're attached, yes,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, and from Councilwoman Ramos as well.
Good job. You were prepared.
Can we have, I'm sorry, can we have the letter from the councilwoman?
Sure.
Can you please introduce it? Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. And are you open?
No.
No. But
We have another restaurant on Greenmount Avenue, a few blocks to the south.
do you anticipate when this will open?
Obviously dependent on permitting process build out. I think within a year is probably reasonable.
Okay. All right, commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. Did you say your name Kalabay?
Kayabe, yeah.
Kayabe, okay. All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, as well as the letters received in support from Able Improvement, Waverly Improvement Association, and the Waverly Main Street Association and Harwood Community Association, also a letter of support from Councilwoman Ramos, I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with outdoor table service.
Yes, based on material testimony, letter from Councilwoman and the Community Association, I also vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license and a request for outdoor table service.
Based on the materials contained in the application, the testimony given today, letters of support from Able Improvement Association, Waverly Improvement Association, Waverly Main Street, and Harwood, and Councilwoman Ramos. I also vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with outdoor table service.
Ms. Russell?
I call exhibits for the record. Exhibit number 1, letter of support from Able Improvement Association dated 3/6/25. Exhibit number 2, letter of support from Waverly Improvement Association dated 3/6/25. Exhibit number 3, letter of support from Waverly Main Street dated 1/2/25. Exhibit number 4, letter of support from Harwood Community Association dated 3/6/25. And exhibit number 5, letter from Councilwoman Ramos, Office and Support dated 3/13/25.
Thank you, Mr. Carabay. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Andre Matthews, Kings Corner Market LLC, trading as Kai, 1713 East Federal Street. Application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article Section 12-1603C1 to little I, requiring $200,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities and seating capacity for a minimum of 75. Please come forward.
I'm here. How you
Good morning. You Mr. Matthews, sir?
Good morning. Yes.
Would you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the answers that you give in the statement say you may complete the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to tell us about your application, Mr. Matthews?
It's it was a grocery store at first. And,
Can you speak up a
It
little?
was a grocery store at first. Went through zoning to get a kitchen in so I could turn it into a restaurant, and it was approved. And I have one cook and two other people that's working with me. So
Are you and they alcohol certified?
yes, they are.
Okay. And I see that you've got an invoice in here for Dangerfield showing $200,000 in construction costs. How many people can you seat?
75.
75?
Yes.
Okay. And what's the nature of the restaurant? What kind of food are you serving?
Pretty much the menu is really large. We sell everything, from cold food to hot food,
I see, okay.
tacos, everything.
And you're open what hours?
We open up like 8 in the morning, but I know if I have to change the time, I will, to like 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the testimony received, and the exhibits contained in the application, I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Yes, based on material testimony provided today, I also vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Based on the application materials, testimony given today, and the exhibits that are in the file, I also vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, thank you. Good luck, Mr. Matthews.
Good luck.
Malal Jaishi and Nitra B. Khatri, please forgive me for destroying that. KC Social Food and Spices, Inc., trade name pending, 1309 through 17 North Charles Street, Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license application to transfer ownership with continuation of outdoor table service, requesting delivery of alcoholic beverages. Please come forward.
For the record, Melvin J. Kanansky. I'm sitting in for Mr. Hurdle, who's away, but this is an application to transfer an existing license. The applicants have met with the community. They have a memorandum of understanding, and a letter from Mr. Jana.
Yes.
And then these are just been signed this morning by the client.
Okay, they'll be received.
There are not going to be any kind of change in the operation. They have the same type. They'll have, make sure everybody that is involved with alcohol be alcohol certified. They are familiar with the rules and regulations of the liquor board, and since they met with the community, I think they'll be a fine addition to the neighborhood.
And they'll let the terms of the MOU be part of their license?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, and the exhibits received, including a memorandum of understanding between the Mount Vernon Belvedere Improvement Association and Special Food and Spices, Inc., as well as a letter of support from Jack Dana, president of the Mount Vernon Belvedere Association, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class BG7 beer, wine, and liquor license with continued outdoor table service, delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on material, testimony, and the MOU with the Community Association, which was provided today, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of outdoor table service and the request for delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on application materials, the proffer made by council today, the exhibits that were given today, including the letter from Mount Vernon Belvedere Association, also vote to approve this application transfer ownership of this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with the continuation of outdoor service and delivery of alcoholic beverages, subject to the MOU that was submitted today as enforceable by law.
Yeah, the license is subject to the MOU. Ms. Russell?
Like to call exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, MOU 2, letter of support from Mount Vernon Belvedere Association dated 3/12/25.
Thank you. Good luck.
Kibram H. Lebeskel and Samuel T. Tesfazian, again, I apologize, KB and Sam Inc., trading as Robinson's Food and Variety Market, 3601 Park Heights Avenue. Class A beer, wine, and liquor license application to transfer ownership, requesting delivery of alcoholic beverages. Please come forward.
For the record, again, Melvin J. Kaninsky representing the applicants. It's an application to transfer an existing Class A liquor store license. Mr. Tesfazian has extensive experience working with his brother and cousin, Joseph Tesfazian, knows the rules and regulations of the liquor board. They'll both be alcohol certified. There won't be any changes with regard to the operation of the business. They've been in there working with the owner for the past 5 or 6 months, so they are familiar with the neighborhood, and they also have a grocery component to go along with their liquor sales.
Okay. How many people are going to work there?
It's probably about the 2 and maybe 1 more.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, I vote to approve the application to transfer ownership of this Class A beer, wine, and liquor license with delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on materials, testimony provided today, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with the request of delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on the application materials and the proffer made by council today, also vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of the Class A beer, wine, and liquor license with the delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, thank you. Good luck, gentlemen.
Michael Lewis Schechter, Patrick Scott Martin, and Eric Mock, Metro Gallery Holding Corporation, trading as Metro Gallery, 1700 North Charles Street. Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment. Please come forward.
Good morning.
You guys look a little proud of me.
Good morning. My name is Nicola Kosfolks. I'm from Gordon Feinblatt. I'm here representing Metro Gallery Holding Corporation. To my right is Michael Schechter, and we have Patrick Martin and Eric Mack.
You expect them to testify, or are you going to proffer?
No, I'll proffer.
All right, go ahead, please.
And so this is a transfer of a liquor license for the BD7 at Metro Gallery at 1700 North Charles Street. You should see in the record 16 support letters, and I have an extra support letter that came in last night. I have 6 copies here.
Okay,
I'll give these to you.
they'll be received. Thank you.
And I also have some photos of inside the premises, and there's a set of them, and I have 6 sets here as well.
They'll also be received.
Thank you. So the premises here is a tavern and an art gallery, and so the first photo you'll see is it's actually the current art display they have up right now. This is a continuation of what Metro Gallery's done since it opened in 2008. And so this transfer of ownership is to transfer it from the prior owner of the liquor license to the current owners, Mr. Schechter, Mr. Martin, and Mr. Mack. And so they will continue to operate Metro Gallery as it has always operated with live entertainment. Mr. Martin and Mr. Mack are the managers of the bar, and you might recognize Mr. Schechter. He has owned a liquor license in the past. He owned the liquor license for North Avenue Market, which was recently transferred. I just want to note that Metro Gallery has operated with no violations since 2008, and Mr. Schechter's prior liquor license that he owned operated with no violations. And so the support letter should show the public need for this unique use in that it is providing live entertainment in the Station North Arts and Entertainment District and an art gallery. And the support letters speak for themselves that it is a well-loved establishment, and they just intend to continue to operate status quo as they have throughout the last 17 years.
I see you have a memorandum of understanding with the Charles North Community Association. Are they willing to have that part of their license?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you, Ms. Folks. On the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, and all the exhibits, which include many letters of recommendation and the memorandum of understanding, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class BG7 beer, wine, and liquor license with continued live entertainment, subject to the terms of the MOU entered into between the applicants and the Charles North Community Association, to the extent those terms are enforceable by law.
Yes, based on material, testimony, the MOU, letters of support with the Community Association provided today, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment.
Based on the application materials, proffer made by council today, the exhibits that were entered, I believe about, 18 letters of support from the community. I also vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with the continuation of live entertainment, subject to the MOU as enforceable by law.
Ms. Russell?
Like husbands for the record, for Exhibit 1, MOU, 2, 18 letters of support from community, 3 photos.
Thank you. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Matthew Largent, LYM Hospitality Group LLC, trading as Union Hill Kitchen and Craft Bar, 938 through 40 South Conkling Street. Class B beer, wine, and liquor license application to transfer ownership with continuation of outdoor table service, requesting off-premises catering. Please come forward.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Commissioner. Stephen W. Fogelman on behalf of the applicant, Mr. Largent, who's here to my right. Yeah, I've got 2 more weeks, maybe. Okay. All right, this is Union Hill Kitchen and Craft Bar, and it's the former Blue Hill Tavern in Canton on Conkling Street. Really one of the more upscale places in Canton, which is still primarily known for pub grub and places to watch a game. Blue Hill kind of set the standard for the last decade, serving fresh ingredients, things made from scratch. It's a place for a business lunch. And so when you've got something good, you don't have to fix it. And in this case, that's exactly what's going on here. Let me give you a copy of the new menu.
Thank you.
Huge.
And Mr. Largent, as you can see, he's got small plates, charcuterie boards, some great mains, fresh seafood, handhelds. And he's got, I say everybody's got extensive experience in hospitality, but I think Mr. Largent, I think he can back that up. He has served as GM in Fairfax, restaurants in Fairfax, in a restaurant in Gaithersburg. In fact, I was speaking with a friend in DC last week who remembered his operation in Gaithersburg and knew it well. He has served as GM in 3 different restaurants in Naples, Florida. He moved down there when a relative had a health problem, and he's just been constantly employed in every facet, every type of restaurant in the hospitality industry, all with beer, wine, and liquor licenses. So he's a great addition to the neighborhood to guide and manage one of the best facilities we have in the neighborhood of Canton. He is alcohol management certified. His employees will be alcohol management trained as well. And if you have any questions for him.
Okay, commissioners?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, as well as the exhibit received, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with continued outdoor table service and off-premises catering.
Yes, based on material testimony filed today, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of outdoor table service and a request for off-premise catering.
Based on the application materials proper made by council today and the exhibit, which would be the menu that was entered today, I also vote to approve this application transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with the continuation of outdoor table service and off-premises catering.
Ms. Russell?
I'd call exhibits for the record. I'd call exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, menu.
Thank you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Randolph Smith, Goldie's Seafood Bar and Grill, LLC, trading as Goldie's Seafood Bar and Grill, 2112 Fleet Street, Class B, beer, wine, and liquor license application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service, requesting delivery of alcoholic beverages. Please come forward.
For the record, Melvin J. Kaninsky, representing the applicant in this case. This is going to, application for transferring a Class B license has existed at that location. That location has a history about it. In the basement, there was supposedly a brewery. They went under the street and up street from Kissling's. They're all good stories. Unfortunately, they're stories and they don't exist anymore. Mr. Smith has been in the seafood business on Reisterstown Road for a bunch of years. His lease was up. He decided to look for a place that had a beer, wine, liquor license. So he is familiar with the restaurant business. He'll make sure that all his servers are alcohol certified and that he's familiar with the rules and regulations of the liquor board. It's a smaller restaurant, it only seats 82 people. So, and it sits on the corner of the alley there. The type of, it has a live entertainment permit, basically a piano and maybe a little DJ in there. I don't know if they would do any karaoke, but at this point, he's in there cleaning the place up, getting ready. I know actually, since Steve always wants to tell you about something. That's Steve Fogelman for the record. I've had his crab cakes and things, and I thought they were very good, right? Except he didn't bring any today. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with continued live entertainment and outdoor table service and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on materials and testimony provided today, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service and the request for delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on the application materials and the proffer made by council today, also vote to approve this application transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with continuation of live entertainment, outdoor table service, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, thank you. Good luck, Mr. Smith. Thank you.
Clarence M. Shears, Sr., The Den at Wilson's LLC, trading as The Den, 4537 Hartford Road, Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license application to transfer ownership. Please come forward.
For the record, again, Melvin Jaconowski representing the applicant. Applicant in this case is requesting the transfer of the BD7 beer, wine, liquor license. Actually, he's purchasing the property, the building, and so forth. Wilson's has been there for a number of years. About a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, they had an unfortunate incident where you might have, I think it was people went in and they would steal their ATM machine, and they drove through the front of the building and ripped the whole front of the building out. But then that was taken care of. And
Not
then-
very subtle.
Well, and they left a truck there that, with the motor running and somebody's driver's license. So that's when you talk about dumb thieves, well, but I don't think it ever happened that. So they finally got it rebuilt. It was transferred, and now he's been in there for about the last 5 or 6 months. So he's familiar with the rules and regulations. The liquor board people who will be serving alcohol will be alcohol certified. And other than that, we'll ask the board to approve the transfer.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
On the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class BG7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Yes, based on materials, testimony provided today, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership.
Based on the application materials properly made by council, I also vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Thank you. Good luck, sir.
Good luck.
Brian Stander, Luzerne Pub, LLC, trading as Luzerne Pub, 623 through 25 South Luzerne Ave, Class BD7 beer, wine, liquor license application to transfer ownership. Please come forward.
Good morning, Mr. Stander.
Correct.
Would you raise your right hand, please?
Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the answers that you give and statements that you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Good morning, Mr. Stander. You want to tell us about this application?
So we had the Senate revive the license in the 2024 session. The tenant was approved, the transfer around July 24th. The tenant backed out of the lease in late 2024. The deadline to finalize the transfer was July 25th. We, as the landlord, decided to activate the license at the property under the limited schedule ourselves, with the help of Lou Catelli, who will be running the operations as we market to the new buyer.
Okay. Mr. Catelli is not here today, I see.
Correct.
Couldn't get his short pants on?
He's watching, though. He told me not to fall asleep while I was there.
Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application and the testimony received from Mr. Stander, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class BG7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Yes, based on material and testimony provided today, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership.
Thank you.
Based on the application materials and the testimony given today, I also vote to approve this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, thank you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Sir? Sir?
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Robbie Michael Wainwright and Angela Wainwright, Wainwright Family Team LLC, trading as Bodega and Vino, 1121 through 23 Hull Street, Class D, beer and light wine license, amended application to transfer ownership, requesting delivery of alcoholic beverages. Please come forward.
For the record, Melvin Jaconowski representing the applicants. This is an application to transfer an existing beer and wine license to the applicants here. They want to operate it similar to Di Pasquale's type thing, but not because Di Pasquale's is much more. And they've been down in the area. They're right down the street from the Hull Street Blues part. And Dan owns the building, actually. He's been very instrumental in helping them. They met with the community last night, and they were very well received as to their operation. So it's going to be a combination of food and just beer and light wine, because that's all they have. And then to make sure that all their employees that are serving alcohol will be alcohol certified. They're familiar with the rules and regulations of the liquor board, and they're in there getting ready to be approved and open up.
Did we hear this once before, and then we had new applicants? Is that what?
What happened is there was one pending, and that was an application pending for Mr. McAtee's daughter, who was not then able to take care of. That's why the amended application was filed.
Okay. Commissioners have questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the amended application and the proffer from council, I vote to approve this amended application to transfer ownership of a Class D beer and light wine license with delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on material testimony and letter from the attorney, I also vote to approve the amended application to transfer ownership with the request of delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on the materials and application proffer made by council, I also vote to approve the submitted application to transfer ownership of this Class D beer and light wine license with the delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, thank you. Good luck, folks.
Good luck.
Maybe one day we'll get a heavy wine application.
Final case for the day. Ganga Giri Karki and Stephen C. Motley, G&J Hospitality LLC, trading as Sobo Kitchen and Bar, 6 through 8 West Cross Street, Class D7 beer, wine, and liquor license application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service, requesting off-premises catering. Please come forward.
Yes, good morning.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, Stephen W. Fogelman on behalf of the applicants. Applicant Motley is city resident only with no ownership. He was not able to be here today. Ms. Karki is present, and let me go ahead and submit a menu for you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
And sort of like the case I had a few minutes ago, this is a much loved local cafe, this time in Federal Hill, serving comfort food. And just like the Blue Hill Tavern, now the Union Hill Tavern, it was in good shape, so there's no reason to rebrand or fix anything. So it's effectively going to carry the same name. Ms. Karki is in a family business in Manchester, up in Carroll County, Spargo's. It's a popular pizzeria with a beer, wine, and liquor license, and she's had several years of experience there and is alcohol management certified. As she does up in Carroll County, her employees will be alcohol management trained here in Baltimore City. This is a cafe that's just got really good neighborhood support, and Anna Laventes, who's the outgoing owner, has a lot of goodwill, and she's introduced all of the customers to the new owners, and they're very excited to be a part of that community.
Okay. Commissioners have questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, proffer from council, the exhibit received, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class D7 beer, wine, and liquor license with continued live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering.
Yes, based on material testimony provided today, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service and the request for off-premise catering.
Based on the application materials proffer made by council and the exhibit that was entered today, I also vote to approve this application to transfer ownership, this Class D7 beer, wine, and liquor license with the continuation of live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering.
Ms. Russell?
I'd call exhibit for the record. Board Exhibit 1, menu.
Thank you. Good luck, Ms. Karki.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
There being no further business before this board, the board is in recess until Thursday, March 27, 2025, at 10:30 a.m. We are adjourned.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you then.
Thank you.